Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm back here once again to play some games. This time we're checking out American Truck Simulator. As you can see up here, the Illinois DLC is out now. I have purchased it and I have not checked it out yet. I've been playing some of this actually, trying to get achievements, and as you can see, we are not too far away. Whenever they add new states, they let you quick travel around the map to a place that you have a quick travel location for. And I picked over here, I forget where I picked, like Cape Girardeau. Did a couple jobs because I am also trying to get achievements in this game, which is tougher than it sounds because besides some of the basic ones, I think most of the states have hey, visit X amount of cities in the state and get all the what is it the viewpoints they call them, stuff like that. I'm trying to pull the specific ones for Illinois up to the top. They might be somewhere mixed into this list. I have 39 of 130 earned right now on Steam. So there's still quite a bit. I've been trying to go through. Okay, here's cover at least 8 cities in Illinois. I always forget that the scroll down with the wheel always goes way down the page on this thing. I think that's the last one. I think it's 4 per state. It's the 4 here. Perfectly deliver any machinery. Springfield, Illinois to Peoria, then Peoria to Chicago. And at Quarry, you're not going to see any of this. I'm just view cutscenes from at least 12 viewpoints in Illinois. Drive to the center of the Evergreen Cornfield Maze. Maybe we'll check out some of the stuff because also, for the first time, as you may notice, there's no like event UI here or anything like that. It's they've stopped the events for the time being until I think until they get the console versions out. They basically said they want to rethink them a bit instead of them just being the same ideas over and over again, which is a shame because I like those ideas. There are more reasons to have some fun stuff. Yeah, this might be the DLC about. Okay, more dispatch stuff. And also this is the new truck they put in here. They put 2 new trucks, 2 new Volvos that you can buy at any point. I don't know if there's a great way. Truck manager. It is the Volvo VNL. The old ones have like 2018 and 2013, I think, attached to them, but these are the new ones. I don't know if there's. I was gonna say if there's a way to view them initially, the interiors and all that, but we'll get to that when we get inside. But it's a really nice looking truck, and I've put on one of the skins I have for that. The other one is an electric vehicle, which you cannot do on the external contracts. They're only in the quick contracts, so maybe we'll take one of those at some point. So I'm going to doubt they're going to be in. You'll see like a little electric bolt icon on this. So they're only in quick jobs, and that can be not a super. There we go. That'd be the Volvo VNR Electric 300. Maybe we'll check one of those out a little bit later, but for now, let's take some jobs. So let's try and get into Illinois. We're not too far from Illinois at this point. Also, I've been using my DualSense Edge on this, which works out pretty well. There's a couple of weird bugs that I might post on the, I think it's the the SES software forums, because otherwise I don't think they'll get fixed for this. I'll point them out when they happen. There's at least one that I know of. Boy, Illinois, Iowa. Yeah, like that's not okay. Maybe what we'll do, fast travel to St. Louis for $200, which I have 500,000, so it's fine. The other interesting thing, jumping back into this, is now with the gas crisis going on here in the U.S. and around the world, but in the U.S. here. So here's the interior of the truck. I got my bear buddy Ben hanging out. I got the wooden plate of chips and my little astronaut buddy. But you might notice like the bed is not just pulled out. I think it's this middle thing you just pull it out to lay in. There's like a microwave there, a little fridge. You don't get to walk around in it, but pretty roomy back there. And all that and all this other stuff. I don't know I don't know if that's like a freezer up there. They don't really highlight a lot of that stuff. I could probably just look it up, but there's like a decent amount of like cubbies and all this to put some things. Yeah, like that's not in most of these trucks. And you got your whole dashboard here that is pretty cool. Yeah, Ben's just hanging out. Can't see over the dashboard so easily, but he'll be fine. Um, yeah, I have crashed. Not really the right word. Um, I've collided with a few things. So I have a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Are we literally not getting anything into Illinois? Do I need to just drive into Illinois? That seems okay. There we go. It's 313 miles. Okay, well that's what's available. We'll get some driving going into uh Moline. May not be pronounced that way, but the way we got. All right. I've turned down some settings, so it should run smoothly here. We'll see. I also have the real brands turned off because part of the achievements is they name specific businesses and such, and those things get changed in a way that may make it harder to. Uh, Let me just double check. Oh, all right. I'm also trying to get my percentage here up as much as I can. You can see I've got Montana's probably one of my highest for that because I've been driving around up there. So we're at this place. Okay. So we're kind of going through here. Gather this. We go into Illinois. Is that really what that job is? Okay, East St. Louis to Moline. Okay. Feel free in chat or comments or whatever. Let me know pronunciation on some of these cities. I'm always aware that the way they seem like they should be pronounced, not always the way that they actually are pronounced. So you know. Hold on. This thing. The like preview of this of the stream is like lagging behind. I'm trying to see if that's for anything I'm doing or if it's just I think we're good. Because I was just over 36% before Illinois came out, and then it dropped down to I think like 34.1 something. But yeah, I have it mapped pretty much the same way that the I did on the Steam controller. That's the old Steam controller, not the new one. but now I don't have, you know, things set to the discs. There's our horn, just in case you're wondering what that's the air horn. I usually map the air horn because it tends to be louder. But yeah, this is the newish interface. They've been, I think this was here when we did the last stream. Let me see. Waiting. Things they don't have on these lights and these, it wouldn't be in this area. Um, we have like countdowns here in Ohio. I assume in a lot of other places as well. It counts it down for people, you know, crossing the road at different points. Oh, so that's you know, sort of how much time you should have. That also tells the driver like how much longer until the light should be turning. But that's not in this one, so we'll have our work cut out for us. There's the St. Louis Arch, which I could probably stop and take a screenshot of. That's one of the trophies. It's not a it's a trophy. It's not an achievement. Their photo trophy. Those don't count towards anything. They're just a collectible. And we're just gonna speed here. It's fine. Oh well. 5 miles over is not a big deal. I might get a little fine, but now it's dropped to 55. I'm dropped down a little bit. I got the Mississippi, I believe this is. Um, one of my knocks is that you don't see rivers or anything here. I could be wrong about that being the Mississippi, but I assume it is. Yeah, I got the truck audio down a bit because it's not super necessary, and when it's loud, it's loud. What else in this setup here? There's lane assistance. Okay, we are doing definitely getting some frame rate drops. Which is a shame. Might just be unavoidable. But you can see this little thing next to my shoulder here. There's like a little white thing there. It's green. This is going to keep it from uh, basically going to turn the wheel a little bit when I hit the sides. It's just gonna ping pong me back and forth essentially. All right, we've discovered East St. Louis. And you're not going to see the achievements pop up, but it's telling me like, okay. Yeah, the only problem with that is it's hard to change lanes. But yeah, this has different sounds than the previous truck I had, which was like a Lone Star. I was trying to buy one that had, you know, a video dashboard so that it'd be easier to see the cruise control speed I was at and all that. And this also just puts that as a number here. I'm gonna make sure I keep an eye on my GPS here, so I'm not missing anything. But yeah, that can the lane thing can be nice when you're have some other stuff going on. You may not be paying attention 100% of the time. You should be as even a virtual driver. I think we're up here to get a trailer. I didn't even look what the package is. Scaffolding. Okay, that works. Oh, one of my drivers is leveled up. Great job. I have a decent amount of drivers at this point. I've been buying garages and Like when I got this truck, I set up the old one with a new hire to take over. So yeah, nice stuff here. Jacob's Coffee, sure. Some graffiti on it. But yeah, this is a game that's very resource intensive, with a lot of stuff that it brings in. You know, things in the distance, things in the background. Um, that Apex Steel. Oh, right there. I wonder how many of these vehicles are generic versions of the ones that they are putting in the road trip DLC. You jerk, you sped up to keep me from getting over. That was the Ubisoft sign logo there. But big place here. Pass the security check. There's no way to fail it. There's no there's no way to do anything really all that underhanded other than get into traffic accidents and such. Wait, what? Oh, I was supposed to. Oh, jeez. Why did it have me go? That's weird that I passed the thing technically, so it's like, no, you need to go this way through this factory. Well, at least we get to see some of this. I think this is unique. I don't think I've seen any sort of factory like this in the game before. I could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like we're going out this exit. Well, maybe we'll work for them in the future. Hey, more percentage points to add to the map coverage stuff. Ooh, Fruit Bank? Okay. There is an ATS bank. Oh geez, are we that far back here? We're gonna have to wait for the AI to do all this. I don't know, we might take the law into our own hands. Alright, guys, come on. At least moving pretty quickly. Oh, there's a cop. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I think Euro Truck Simulator 2 has, oh what, they got another DLC that's coming. I forget what the specific one. They just released the Nordic one. It's got like little lights on the mirror here to tell you that there's, something close by, whether it's another vehicle or whatnot. It's got enough, decent amount of nifty new features. I basically had the money to pay for the full upgrade. That's the Ubisoft logo. They might want to change that if they want to avoid Ubisoft's wrath. Well, I don't know how much wrath they have to give at this point. Oh, look at all this. The factories spewing out smoke. Hopefully, not much carbon dioxide in that. going, it's never going to tell me like, oh, you've been approved. Nope. All right, there it is. Okay. On this side, so I'll back up. I see specifically where it's at, where I need to back up. I was doing some deliveries around Missouri earlier. I found a business that gets deliveries called Store, which essentially has these big like underground bunkers that they are taking deliveries to, and it's kind of a wild thing to see for that. So yeah, this got some fun unique stuff around here that aren't just the same kind of businesses. All right, good now. Gonna head off to Moline. But yeah, I've been excited for this one. I think I'm not sure what the next one in American Truck Simulator. Because usually they start doing some news bits. They talk about like behind the scenes stuff, all the work going into the new states and all that. Because right now, DLC wise, they've announced South Dakota. They haven't announced Mississippi. I don't think what all the states they've announced. I think South Dakota, British Columbia, which will be right here. That'll work towards getting to Alaska. Did they do Minnesota? Could be Minnesota or Wisconsin. I forget. But Ohio, not too far off. Now we're just got the eastern half of the country here. As American Truck Simulator hit 10 years old earlier. Was it early this year or was it late last year? I think it was earlier this year. 300 miles to go. They'll generally stop. There we go. Road Trip is the other thing they're working on, and the console versions, which I'm excited for. They put out a video recently about all the tech work going into it because they've essentially built this game and Euro Truck Simulator on an engine that they've been working on for, like they said, upwards of 20 years at this point, from the early truck games they made. And they've just been kind of, piling things onto it, and then making adjustments to it every time they need to add new things to it, and never really future proofing it in a way. So that's kind of the major thing they're doing here for the consoles that'll benefit the PC version, and I assume help the game run more smoothly and have less random hiccups. That seems to be kind of the thing with these games for a lot of people who don't have a super high end PC. Uh, these games can run pretty poorly and whatnot. So yeah, that was pretty interesting, and the work that they've got going into that. So yeah, I would hope the console versions are out later this year. I think they still got a good bit of work to do, but you know, I think part of a lot of this UI refresh is part of that, which a lot of people on the console or the Steam forums and whatnot bellyache about it, and I would like it to be an option. Um, Maybe something that's modular, like I can have the stuff here in the bottom left or the bottom right corner. Maybe turn off the left corner. or move it over. Like a modular way to move that around would be nice. Cop, Illinois cops. Uh, Hopefully we don't run into any Illinois Nazis here. That'd be great. Is that Toronto Road? They have a Toronto Road in Illinois. And it was, yeah, that's what it's called. All right, running over the rumble strips. I've been to Illinois, not for any significant amount of time. More of a driving across the country and kind of taking a little. We basically went from Ohio through Indiana, Illinois, and then started going south or southwest through I think Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas and all that. So, all right, we'll stay here on the right side. We're heading up towards Chicago. Not to Chicago, but in that direction, to the northern part of the state. But Illinois seems like a great state from everything I've heard. At least a couple people that live there and have great things to say about it. Seems like they got a good governor over there who may or may not stay on for long. Might run for president. We'll see. Chicago seems like a great city. Here's how big that is in this game. Champaign Urbana. Alright, good, we're going straight ahead. So yeah, that's been fun to kind of jump back into here for the last week or so. I mentioned I was trying to get achievements, and those are tougher to get for the non-generic ones that are basically like visit X amount of cities and get X amount of viewpoints, which are the little, just say like a little video icon on the GPS here. That is the viewpoint. Essentially, where it kind of pans around a city, points of interest to highlight them to you as a visitor. Be like, here's some cool looking things in the city or cool places. And usually they are pretty good. So you want to get, I think, all of those in each of the states, which you can generally find that stuff pretty easily. There's guides for that. I've been using guides because I'm not sure. They describe things a specific way on the achievements, but they're not always easy to parse into what they really mean. 'Cause there's one in Montana I've been trying to do, which is a three-parter for delivering what's the lane from a specific business. I think it's in a specific town. It might be Butte. Um, Another one required delivering. Oh, what was it? It's like machinery to the mine, and that was fine enough. And the last one that's tough is delivering talc powder to a specific business because um, the jobs aren't guaranteed to spawn every time you're looking for a job. And it might be something that maybe I need to use a trailer for some freight jobs or something. Yeah, there's a little frame rate drop right there. Um, or maybe it's in a quick job or something, which those location wise aren't the priority there. So might suggest a talk about her job in another part of the country, and it's like that. It does no good for me. So yeah, Peoria. We're about to hit Peoria. It's Rockford, Illinois. Oh boy. I hope this truck isn't in my way. Is it gonna be blocking me? Doesn't seem like it is. Alright, good. This car up here might be able to run some interference for me. Oh, I think I was supposed to, yep. Oh, not me. That wasn't my fault. That was that truck. That truck did a very rude thing. Yeah, we're gonna get far away. We don't see them. They don't exist anymore. Like 1% damage to my truck. Luckily not to the cargo, so that's great. So yeah, damages on the GPS there, you can see in the bottom right, there's truck damage with the 1%. I guess trailer damage, the 0%, and then the other 0% is your cargo. There's this other icon here, it was next to the lane assistant thing, that I'm not sure what it means. At that point it gave up because it's a steep enough turn that it wasn't able to figure out what was going on. Now here's what it does. It pinballs you back and forth. It doesn't like inch you over to try to get you going straight. Like, can we hear other people's music in their cars now? I don't think it's like licensed music or anything, but I have the music off because all the music in the radio is licensed. It's actual radio stations or one set up for this game that will have actual music in it, and I'd like this to be able to go up onto YouTube and not have to be uh, nuked out of orbit by. Ooh, need some legal help. There you go. But yeah, we're using a DualSense Edge on this. You have a good bit of buttons because you got all the D-pad stuff, which is pulled over from the what I had on the Steam Deck, the Steam controller. But the right stick is no longer its own thing, um, like a pad, a disc pad, touchpad kind of thing. Um, I have like a screenshot button used on the actual, screenshot button here that um, pause. This brings up the map screen. Okay, we're going all the way up to north. Okay. Still got a ways to go. Um, yeah, what else? There's the function buttons, which are the ones on a PS5 you would hold down to switch between profiles for what you want the these things to do. Those could be used as independent buttons. So I have the lane assistant thing on that, which I probably should turn off because at a certain point it's not useful. And you get this occasionally where it's just my thing's turning more than it should. Like it doesn't zero out in a way that's not like stick drift. It's a thing that happens in this game on occasion when I'm using that specific thing. Then it's taking that bias on the wheel into the default state, which is weird. So that might be a bug. There you can see on the left mirror there, there's like a little light up thing. It's like, hey, there's somebody near you, so watch out. Yeah, this is the new Volvo VNL. It's like 190,000. So if you have a decent chunk of change in the game, you can grab one of those. Seems real nice. And the other one I have the function button I have set to this thing, the quick info thing. So if you need to do any of this, oh, I can do photo mode from here. Okay, vehicle adjustment. What does that mean? Oh, a seat. Oh, kind of wild. Never realized this was in here. Okay. Took a mess with all this. I can move the wheel down. Oh, look at that. Okay, it's fun. I guess it'd be especially useful if it's kind of covering up stuff on the dashboard. Not that there's much here that I really need it to help me with, but yeah, this thing also has this weird little pattern on the windshield. I wonder what that's for. Is it like a warming thing? Or like if it gets covered in snow, you can have something that's gonna hopefully melt the bottommost like snow and ice on the windshield. Or if it's just decorative. Because yeah, if you have a back windshield that has like lines through it, that's what that is. That's for warming up your back windshield for ice and snow and whatnot. For your defrost. It seems like it could just be a pattern thing, but I don't know. Especially the way in the lights it's kind of golden. So I don't know. That's a thing I've been wondering. I don't know if there's any material in this game to tell you like, hey, this is what these things are. What the on here. Like this wood paneling, I don't think I had an option for that. Kind of came with it. They watch out. Try to avoid crashing here. Just fine because there's no traffic. 5 p.m. is yeah. That's another thing that people complain about on any like news post that SCS posts about American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator 2. It's like, oh, we need a density slider for traffic. It's like, I don't disagree, but also it's fine. It's a nice chill experience. If traffic was realistically dense here, I don't know that you would enjoy it. But there are mods, Steam Workshop mods that allow you to bump that up. I don't know how good they are or not. I do have one for the real brands. Changes a lot of the businesses in this game to real brands, which is great. Get your McDonald's and Taco Bell's and Walmart's, and Home Depots, and all that. You can tell what specific businesses are meant to be other ones. Oh boy, which those are okay. Go around. There it is. Okay. It's like where the heck? Kind of blocked by the vehicle here. So this is the other bug. I have activate set to circle, and here it should just bring this up and that'd be good, but if I let go of circle, it removes it, turns it off. I have to sit here and hold circle, pick the option I want with the X button, and then confirm. If I let go, it resets it. And it's never happened to me on the Steam controller, so I'm pretty sure that's a bug, so that's one that I should um, bring up to SES in their bug form for that, because that would be a nice thing to get fixed and not drive me nuts. Or just ignore it and get used to it. We got that one done. How are we doing map wise? Alright, up to 34.87. Yeah, so you can see like this camera thing is your viewpoints. The question marks are businesses that haven't been discovered yet. This will be a garage. This is probably a recruitment agency. Going by what they look like. And especially being Moline, it's pretty far away from them. Okay. Davenport, Iowa, and Moline are basically neighboring state or cities. Need to see that kind of stuff. We got St. Louis and East St. Louis. To a lesser degree, Cape Girardeau to Marion, Illinois. Alright, so let's let me see what the achievements are for. Perfectly deliver any machinery, Springfield, Illinois to Peoria, then Peoria to Chicago. Name it quarry. Okay. May not be able to do that. But interesting, I have the I brought up the gift tab Steam thing so I can see the achievements, but I can also still move this around here, so that's a weird thing. I think that only came about with the controller change. Center of the Evergreen Cornfield Maze. I don't know where that's at. I'm curious. Evergreen. I was pretty sure there wasn't an Evergreen in the city, but I wonder if the maze is somewhere out here at some point. Like that kind of looks like a maze-ish thing, but it's connected to this, so it's a construction site quarry. I have to look it up to see if I can find it. Let's try and go into Chicago. Be fairly quick, but yeah. See here. There's one pelleted animal food. Okay. Mercuric chloride. Dynamite, sure. Any other Illinois things? Doesn't look like it. Sure, let's deliver dynamite. I don't think I've done dynamite before. My driver is leveled up enough that's let's actually we're here in another part of this business. Let's just back up. Do a fun thing of backing up blindly. That's we'll just go slow. mean, you also don't really want to back up quickly into thing of dynamites. There we go. We're good. It's a fairly small trailer. So what's our direction going? Okay, we're just going straight east to Namek. That exact place we were just looking at. So we'll be on the outskirts of Chicago, not on Chicago itself. Which is fine. It's interesting this truck has the side view mirror so prominently on the inside. I think most of them are on the outside. It's interesting that they're essentially making my UI mirrors kind of not useful. But oh well. But yeah, we are in need of a nap pretty soon. This job seems like it should be doable within that parameter in 3 hours. If you see the red bed next to where it says Saturday 6:15 p.m. That is saying I'll be passing out constantly from 3 o'clock or in 3 hours time. Of course, it's not going to tell me the exact time. Yeah, the blue time on the bottom right corner there of the GPS thing is the amount of time left for the job. Since these are external contracts, they have a certain amount of valid time. So this one, I could literally pull over somewhere, save and quit, and come back in the morning and still have plenty of time to do this. Basically 20 hours, so the time right now will be like 4 p.m. tomorrow, my time. Get ourselves speeding up a little bit here. But yeah, let's. I don't know what I've got to say about this. It's exciting to have more of the Midwest represented here. Excited for when Ohio gets in, probably within the next couple years, from the way that they're expanding things. Usually get at least like 2 to 3 states in a year. Um, they're not going to focus on the Midwest and the northern stuff so much, though they are going to get the Dakotas, South Dakota, and is announced here. British Columbia will be in the works. That might be the next one. I don't know. They put out a big news post on Steam, basically about all the work going into essentially adding Canada to the game. They have largely a lot of the same requirements for road width and all that kind of stuff. So, not really too surprising. They do still have to do some work because any sort of difference is going to have to be represented there. Louisiana, very far away. Driving around Montana, there's a lot of signs that are like, "Welcome to Montana," and you'd be in the middle of the state. It's like nobody got this far into Montana without knowing they're in Montana. Let's see, Bloomington, yeah, Rockford. What's in Bloomington? I'm trying to think which school would be, because University of Illinois is University of Illinois. I think it's Champaign. Northwestern's Chicago. It's around Chicago. Might be a suburb, somewhere right outside of Chicago, but I believe that's where that is. Northern Illinois, boy, you could Northern Illinois University. I don't particularly know where that school is at. I can look it up. Is Illinois? Was that one of those that was transitioning? Kind of looked like it was. All right, 82 miles, not too far. Got a nice overcast day, and it's perpetually, I'd say like early summer weather. We got $10,000 from Linda V. Thank you, Linda. We're starting to yawn now. Great. Thank you, Linda, for the yawns. Now we'll find some place to rest up. I think you sleep like 10 hours, 10, 11 hours, I think. It's almost a full half day. Whereas I would like an option that lets me do like a quick 8. But it helps kind of, when I was jumping back into this, I was getting a bunch of days where I was doing most of my driving in the night, in the middle of the night, essentially. That was a little depressing. Not seeing like most of these areas in the daytime. So, but it eventually moves over. Yeah, I was wondering if we got one coming up. Everybody's speeding faster than me, but that's limits. I was got like a steel bearing, steel roll. What I forget what those things are called. Let me see what. There's a break. Like not really. It's I get there and I can take a break here, I guess. Should have taken a nap earlier. Just an ad for the Louisiana DLC. All right, so we need to stay off to the left here. Move over. Indiana, hell yeah, let's go to Indiana. Said nobody. Isn't it Indiana University is in Bloomington, Indiana? Or my mind melting? Possible it's doing both. Yeah, look at all that. A whole bunch of mining there. That wants me to go here. Oh, that was the well. Well, so much for that. I've also been taking screenshots of the gas signs. Because yeah, as I mentioned, the gas crisis is going on here, and so prices really high. I just paid here in Ohio 4.28 to fill up about half of my tank. Had an opportunity to get it filled up a little early while it was a little bit cheaper than the previous time. Ooh, what do we got here? Oh geez, look at that. So I've been kind of cataloging. I think it's per state it's the same. I could be wrong on that, but that is my impression of what I've seen so far. The first one I took is in Montana. Yeah, I do wish I could pull over, like, take a nap. Like, even like a 3 or 4 hour nap, like something that would, maybe not refresh your whole bar there, but would, give you a couple hours. There are some situations you can get into where that is, you get into like a nap desert, I might call it. I got dynamite, you do not want me passing out with this. Looks like there might be a nap place up here. Also a train. Almost done there. I had one train the other day where one side went, and it the the the, the thing stayed down, and I was like, "What's going on here? Is it bugged?" And no, it was another train coming from the opposite direction. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Oh, geez, I got 54 minutes. Get this delivered and get out of here. Yeah, we're cutting through this town real fast. Oh no, no sleepy zones here. We're cutting through. We got dynamite, and you don't want us passing out. So I'll take the $700. I just made 10 grand. $700 is nothing. That's the next one here. Ooh. Oh, junk. Boom. Just again. This is a big area. Like what we can see is not that much of this. I always recommend me going around there. Got 50 minutes to get back to a nap zone. 20 gallons of gas. And so yeah, the in Montana it's like 373 for unleaded gas. I think we're just gonna drive right now. We're gonna go. I can get through here safely. I think we're good. Low on pressure. I don't know what that means. Um, hey, I like to get out. This is literally the way I came in. Am I trapped in here? Shouldn't be trapped. Looks like there might be a nut. No? There we go. And I'm literally trying to get out of here. We're gonna die in here. Because none of these are opening up. That's me hitting it. Okay, let me set a path, because then maybe it'll explain to me why it's being weird. I have to go all the way over there? Really? These are one-way gates? That's odd. Alright, woo, right through there. I mean, I'll say that I don't think there's been an area like that before. Maybe I'm missing something, but I've not seen any gates before that I had to go like a specific way to get out. Alright, now let's go. Luckily, it's not too far. Did I miss the whole thing back there? Jeez. Like there's that, there's a whole other part of this story here. Alright. We need to get to nap. Luckily we'll wake up in the morning around 8-ish. Saying what's up to my fellow trucker. Oh jeez, what? 35%? That literally... So there is like a weird thing that happens when you try to... And when you try to like cut those tracks, which is what just happened there when I got 35% damage added to my truck for no reason. Because I was crossing it as the thing came down. So I was freaking out because of that. Yeah, everybody's triggering that thing. Triggering that one though, I'm not getting a beep for that one. We got plenty of time. But also missing these little if you see the GPS, there's areas lighting up like a yellowish. Those are areas essentially getting covered. So like when I go here, this explored, that's going up. We're almost at 35%. That's what I would like to get increased. Yeah, I'm trying to get some rest. Oh, for least call that number. I think that's a newish thing here in the car. Music from other vehicles. Hopefully that doesn't trigger anything on YouTube. I don't think it will, but you never know. There's a pawn shop. I don't know, I can't. Wait a second, what am I? This is what I want. Right, time to go. It says green lights to turn. More. Man, if I could get interest on the money I have, you can't store any of it in a bank as far as I know. Gotta deal with it. Hey, Aaron. Let me guess. A place to pass out. Didn't even get a chance to see what the price point is. Okay, here we go. This is the closest I think I've gotten to passing out, at least under this new system. We'll go this, that. There we go. Yeah, 7. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's see, let's get a job. Got some time to do some more. Let's see, let's go out of Chicago, go south a bit. I've been Chicago, Moline, and East St. Louis. We got Rockford. Be up in north. Yeah, I was trying to see what's the stuff here. Evergreen Cornfield Maze. Since I got this, I'm gonna Evergreen Cornfield Maze, Illinois. Double check. Spring Grove, Illinois. Closed at the moment. Oh, geez. If this is this Richardson Adventure Farm, doesn't sound like the Evergreen one, but they might not be able to use the here, Northern Illinois. This one says Central Illinois. This one says go ATS. Yep, that's thank you. You just okay. AI is like it relates to American Truck Simulator. It's great. Thank you for getting that far. No, that's Iowa's Field of Dreams. This is the wiki. Corn. No mentions of corn, so that's bad. Let me just see. Let's see. This is their thread on Illinois. Corn. Search corn on. There was somebody asking, has anybody found the corn maze yet? Let's see. There's an interactive map, great. Oh, is this? No. This one has a little more stuff on it. Where might this maze be at? No, that's Apex. There's nothing here that looks like a maze, which is unfortunate. Nothing that looks obviously like one. Yeah, the closest ones are these like quarries and construction areas. I'm pretty sure that's not it. Yeah, maybe we'll just try and drive down to Bloomington or something. Right now. As much as I can tell. Alright. Go to Bloomington. Hopefully we can get to Bloomington. That's all Chicago. 152, that's not... Bloomington's right here. Cannot be that far. Effingham. Effingham seems like it should be alright. Rockford is just north, so... Let's go to Effingham, that'll get us out of here. Maybe Springfield. Over that way. Let's go Effingham. Concrete barrier versus lemonade. I don't know what lemonade looks like. Yeah, move this over to my C drive so this stuff loads faster. Should be a bit better. Okay. Drive for 59 miles just to get to this place. Got plenty of gas. I've only lost 3 pips of gas. It's in the bottom left in case you haven't noticed it. It's right under the speedometer. I think we're going up into Chicago. If I had to guess. Yeah. I don't know what this pressure thing is that's complaining about. U.S. beverages and bottling. Right? We also need to get to a place that'll... Okay, that's probably... The pressure is probably related to the 35% damage I took. Fine. Let's see. Obey the limit or pay the ticket. Not funny. No pun there. I want to say there is a mod thing for that. I think adds more real ones. Real messages that they have for that stuff. I think I missed a thing. I always misjudge which lane I'm supposed to be in. I think I was supposed to be in a lane there. I have to essentially turn around. Oh boy, look at all this turnaround. This has to go to another place. 20 miles an hour. Just trying to get you. Made 14,000. Great job. There goes Daniel. Daniel leveled up as a result. This certainly feels like a big city. A lot of big stuff around here. What's this over the river? the Chicago River? I forget what the river in Chicago is called. It'd be fun to compare these, the city to places in Illinois, in not Illinois, Blues Brothers and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and some of those places. If there's an easy way to do a U-turn around here, I'd like to do it. The opportunities I have at the moment, not great. Oh, geez. That lighting, I don't know what's this side, I guess. That was real weird. Alright, finally time to get on. What? Oh, just ignore. I think it's the right side. So yeah, that's a part of this game that I think doesn't need an overhaul, but it definitely needs something better to be like, you need to go right here or left. Because some of these on-ramp, on-ramp, off-ramp stuff is complicated. So then I move over for stopped vehicle. Okay. Okay, where's Sears Tower? Is it over here? I assume that's one of the photo things. So let me. The Chicago skyline. Okay, I didn't. I think I'd be back there, wouldn't it? All right, now to get to the real thing we were trying to deliver, and this will take up the rest of the stream where we do like 3 jobs. I ended up missing one exit and had to go all throughout Chicago just to get the thing. And I assume their stadium is over there too, the Bears stadium. Before they move over to Gary, Indiana, become the Gary Bears. At least that's what the like current idea seems to be. Still time for them to negotiate it, but you know. Light here. Almost didn't see him because, boy. Be able to go here pretty soon. So if you want to be able to get through intersections quicker, you go into the left turn lane. Just wait for when the left turn lane happens. You act like you're going to turn, and then boom, go right back through the intersection where you want to go. The game can't deal with that kind of extra randomness. Whoa, 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 whoa! What's this guy doing? Jerk. The only bad workout's the one you didn't do. Alright. Oops. Yeah, getting some frame rate hiccups here. Not too surprising. See what all's around here. A chicken? Okay. Up for the idea of chicken. Oh, boo, you don't have anything there. It's alright, good. We're gonna be able to go here. Where are you guys stopping? Stop sign. Like, what are you, children? Why does it have me go through here? Security thing? It didn't tell me to do anything, so that's a little weird. And I think we want to go this way. Go security checkpoint. Okay, this one waits till it's done to open up. Up our cargo here. Down here a bit. They did say it's on the other side, I think. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm looking to stream tomorrow. It's probably going to be an earlier stream, depending on how things go. Oh, wants us to go out. Oh, I didn't realize this was a two-parter. Alright, yeah, we need to go out this specific way. What are we delivering? Concrete barriers, that's right. Heavy duty. Probably should have gone out the right way. Gone out the left way. There we go. Great. I really should have prompts saying like, hey, you need to go through this security point. Because there's... trying to remember what... That was in this game or if it was Euro Truck. Maybe Euro Truck where it's... Go through some areas and it's like... Yeah, I think it's like checkpoints between countries. And it's like, oh, you need to go over here for an inspection. To go through this like a little elaborate setup, kind of like what we drove through here. This is for dark. Thank you. Yeah, still no places to get the truck fixed, which is disappointing. Let me see. Let me see what we got. Yeah, we're basically do a big circle around here. Yeah, no repair places. There's not a truck driving by here. You guys won't hear it, but I do. Huh, there's like nothing. Like maybe over here? Yeah. Go so far off. This will be a truck dealership, Kenworth, I guess. The name is right there. And that way. Why is somebody honking a horn at this late hour? You might have actually heard that one because that was pretty loud. If they do it again, I might pause this for a sec and turn off the webcam and go look and see what's going on. I don't think there's anything bad going on, but it's like it's not an area where a truck should be. Here, I'll show you. Oh, I gotta turn left. Oh, what? Oh, no, that's the wrong way. I didn't actually want to go this way. Like normally, I would find an alternate path around and get on the highway, do all the fun stuff there, but I would just do it straightforward. Because yeah, we're over 35%, so 3506, so it should be a good bit more. Going up to 65. That truck is still there. I think I'm hearing it's, in idle mode. Wisconsin. Ooh. I think we're good. All right. Weird bit of business going on here at this late hour. Then only when people pull up to, like, I assume pick somebody up and starts honking their horn like 6 in the morning or 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's like, don't you have some respect for the other people living here? All right, 3.5 hours. So that means like decent amount of time, though. We don't go through many towns with like intersections and such to slow us down. We should be able to cut that down pretty good. I'll go over a little bit if I have to. We're on the left side. And towards Indiana. Just not really where this is going. It's probably going southwest a little bit. There's a potential to go towards Indiana. Yeah. That probably heads. That's probably west, I assume. A little bit hitching. Nothing too bad. Especially like we've had when we've tried to stream this before. Alright, we're gonna go on the shoulder. Solve our problem here. We're gonna have to stop. Oh, as I said, things to slow us down. And also take me off the highway so I don't get credit for the highway tree itself. I could also just ignore. It's not like it's gonna penalize us. It's just gonna be like, hey, your truck's messed up. You shouldn't be doing whatever you're doing here. Things are so messed up. Come on, Global Mills truck. Come on, we got a stream to do. Who do you think you people are? The government? Come on. I don't care about what you're doing over here, cops. Ain't nobody got time for you. It's not damaged. It was done by a train. Train tracks. There's nobody in the town of Chicago, the city of Chicago, that fixes trucks. Yeah, because if you have like a few percent damage, they'll be like, your truck's not in great shape, but, you know, stay safe. And here they're like, give us $500 for dealing with your dumb ass. No, this wasn't my problem. This is a place I could go. I would get it fixed. I have to drive all the way down to Effington to get truck fixed. Not enough people in Chicago. Alright. Yeah, I'm excited when they get to Ohio. Probably in like 3-4 years, it seems like. At the rate they're going. Because they still got, you know, North and South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Indiana. In the way, there's no way they do Indiana and not go to Ohio instead of Michigan is what I'm worried about. They're also going to start working on the South because they got Louisiana done and Arkansas, and then you can start going into Mississippi and Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky and Georgia and Florida and all that. It'd be interesting to see what they do in the Northeast, the New England area, because those are a lot smaller states, especially. Just tell me there's pressure issue. I think that icon means there. Hey, buddy, what do you think's going on over here? You can almost recreate a bit of the Simpsons episode where Homer becomes a trucker It learns about the Tatler and how it has auto driving stuff and just keeps abusing it to the point of doing it in front of civilians, and the truckers get mad that he's blowing up their whole thing. And they come after him. It's a fun whole episode. You kind of do a little bit of shenanigans like that. But yeah, this quite good. A good state so far. Look forward to play some more of it. But yeah, without a cruising Illinois event going on, not necessarily super incentivized to get through it quickly. Be able to kind of chill and play, which is fine. That's mostly what I play this for, is to relax and have something going on while I'm doing it. Either listen to some music in the game itself, or put on a Netflix show or something I can watch without having to pay direct attention to it. Because otherwise, if I need to pay attention to it, I'm going to keep looking over and not paying attention to the road and end up in accidents and taking a bunch of damage and having to pay for it, which, fine, I can afford most every accident. I could buy 3 more of these vehicles, of these trucks, without really losing much. Springfield University Avenue, great. Was that Springfield, then University Avenue? Springfield, Illinois, probably the most famous of the Springfields in the U.S. I think so. I think what other ones would be notable. I don't know if there is. That thing. Still didn't find this maze, and my Googling has not brought it up just yet. But Steam forums maybe have something there, I don't know. Some nice fields here. Kind of like brownish road. A lot of dirt, I assume. I do like the split level kind of thing. Like, they're not on equal leveling that we are on this side. That's pretty neat when that happens. Let's see, Indianapolis and Memphis, St. Louis. Okay. We're not going to any of those. We're going to Effington. It seems like this is more in the Memphis, St. Louis direction. Apologies. Been a long day. Playing some of this, which also tires me out. Right lane ends. Great. Just the driving and all that's be a bit tiring. Okay, buddy. Oh no. Never mind. Apologies. I gotta go this way. We're almost there. No maze yet. No cornfield maze. Or see if it'll be like a thing that's mentioned on road signs or something. This thing green marked. Because they got a cornfield maze they want you to drive a truck through, and I will oblige by that. But not today. Unfortunately. Here we go. Beautiful sounds of construction. Oh, all right. That'll unfortunately be all that I have time for here, but still some fun stuff going on. What are we at percentage wise? Okay. So yeah, trying to find a corn maze. I need to get prepared up. Let's do that. Let's make our last thing that. Oh boy. I would like to be back at my usual 0%. Ooh, cutting that close. It's beautiful. And we got a nice little playground here. I assume a daycare. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, no turn left. Oh, nope, never mind. Going straight. Boom. Yeah, go to this Kenworth place and be like, I fixed my Volvo truck. Who cares? You guys need the money. You're not getting any business here. This one. Gee, I wonder how I get into so many accidents. There we go. Repair all. Confirm. $10,000. I'm still at 2%, but that's fine. Because guess what? If it gets too bad, I'll replace some things, put it into circulation at one of my garages, and hire somebody to use it for some jobs of their own. I still made a net profit, I think, on today for all this. Oh, I don't want to go. I was like, what if I just drive over this grass? I could do that, technically. Maybe. But they also got a bunch of rocks around there, so they don't want you to be doing it. Let's end on this. Look at that. Beautiful place. Look at this big parking lot. Oh, big cross. Gonna be on one of these that the corn maze is on. Look at our streets. There goes another church. Yeah, the highway. Okay, not really. Alright, so that's gonna do it. Let me get some gas. I might as well while I'm here. 514 for diesel. Oh, look at that. Buy 3 energy drinks. Save on a premium fuel. 3 for $10. That sounds actually pretty cheap. Alright. Buy any burger, get a large drink. Okay. 691. That's a lot of money, but also make a lot of money. So not really too big of a deal. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with some something else to play. Um, unless I really can't think of anything, they might come back to this and try to find that maze because I assume by tomorrow somebody will find out where it's at. But yeah, thank you all. You have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.